Shush, I'm making a video. Found this Xbox 360 in the trash. Alright, came with a power cable, no AV cable. Just bought an AV cable for it. Hard drive, get that out of the way. Turns on, get 3 rings of death. So I'm going to attempt to fix this thing so I can sell it in there for $100. It seems to be the going price. So, I got to take it apart. I got this thing half off. Now, my tools. I'm going to try to use my long Craftsman small pocket screwdriver, an awl Craftsman, and a little baby flathead. Try to attempt to get this loose. Apparently there are clips in here somewhere in that little side piece, so I'm going to have to use my awl and work these holes and try to get them out. So, wish me luck. I'll show you the other steps when I get down to this thing. Hopefully I can remarket it. Well, we got this contraption off on this back side close to the disk drive. Again, I use the awl. Basically, when you kind of peer into the sides, you just gotta about the third hole down, and you just come through it. So you see kind of over there that you just kind of pop these little holes over here. And eventually work both sides and you'll get that thing off. So that wasn't so bad. People are all scaring me with this special tool they need. But no, you can do it with standard automotive tools. So our next step would be, I guess we're going to try to flip it around on this side and get this one off. We have a little tang over here, but I think it's the same deal again. Just kind of pop it over here. Alright, we got the other side off, same deal. Came off a lot easier. I just kind of pried it, and I noticed I kind of broke that and that, but it's not so bad. Not so bad. Okay, so I believe now the front cover has to come off. So we're going to work on that and show you how I did that. I'm going to attempt to it in a second. Okay, after looking at the faceplate, it seems to be pretty easy. Basically slip your small screwdriver down here, and it's difficult to do with one hand, but let's see. Got it off. Alright. Now we'll see if it's been in anymore. Been into before, rather. No, it has not. Look at that. Seal. It's not broken. So we gotta break that next. And then get these tabs. Okay. Get the this piece off. Got a little Xbox. You gotta be careful of these corner little notches right here. They kind of hold you up, and of course rip your seal and reassemble it so no one knows you've ever been in Xbox. But then we get the back now, which is like another clamshell kind of deal. So we gotta work on that. Figure out how to get that off. And the back over here is these little fingers. Basically just take your small screwdriver and push down. As you're pushing down, you pull away from your 2 halves, and you'll get this thing apart. And we got that off. Parts pile. Well, it appears as if I need another tool, so I grabbed a T10 Torx to remove all these screws. So that's what we're doing. It might actually be a T8. T10 fits a little tight. I do have a T8 somewhere. If these screws give me problems, I'll be looking for it. Alright, we got the little ones out. Those are definitely T8s, not T10s, but T8, meaning a T10 will fit on the T8. But it's kind of Alright, another deal is I'm going around the perimeter, taking all these ones out. These are T10, and a couple of them are long, such as this one. So I would mark that in your case. See, I'll put a little dash mark right there for anyone that's long. So you know that those are the long ones and the other ones are the short ones, just to make a note. Alright, got the top cover off. Took all those screws out. I'm going to keep them on a little baggie for now so I don't lose them. But this cover over here gets jammed up on this eject button, so you have to be real careful or else it will give you problems. So, down to the board. Doesn't look so bad. Something was rattling around this thing. I don't know what that is. You hear that? I don't know what that was, but we have to dig deeper. Alright, you can remove that tang too if you want. Can break. That just pried right off. And then again you have more torque screws right here if you want to get this piece off. And there appeared to be a screw underneath that little plastic doohickey. So there's our other one, that's why it wasn't coming off. And then the piece, it simply unplugs right from there, and there's its connection. We can get the disk drive out there now. This basically picks right up. Mine had a little piece of tape holding it in. But then you have two little connectors in the board, so you can pop those off. That's almost like a SATA connector, but what do I know? This plastic shroud has to come off next, and mine comes right out. Great. Still trying to figure out that sound. You hear that? Something's loose in here. Next I'm going to be removing the fans. I just gave it a little pry with my screwdriver, and off they come. I need 2 hands. Alright, we got it. And it has a Tamiya looking connection. Not a Tamiya, rather a power supply from a computer connector, the 4-pin right here. And it will clean those out, get all that dust out. With the fans removed, this board should come out. We're going to need 2 hands, you see. It is moving. I don't want to break it. I got to be careful and equally lift. Alright, the next step is to get these X's off. And they just basically, well, I had luck with them, just putting a flathead screwdriver. It's a little crack right over here. Give them a little turn, and eventually they'll break loose. But you need 2 hands, so I need my other hand. Alright, when you have these little heat sinks off, you'll note that there's not a lot of thermal compound. So we're going to redo all that, and that should solve the problem. I cleaned all the heat sinks off. I just gotta scrape the old goop off and put them over here. Where's my other one? I lost it. Oh, here it is. So they were ready to rock. Now apparently I have to heat this board to fix the solder joints in it. So I'm gonna get our heat gun. So let's bake this thing. We must cook the Xbox. We cook it. Heat gun. Old model back in the keep doing this. So you think it's good, and flip it over. Next step, get our board over here. We heated it. Put our Arctic Silver paste on. This is some extra I had, so I'll put some over there. Spread it out with a toothpick. Looks alright. Then I have to go get some of my hardware to reattach my heat sinks. Tell you this, Home Depot sucks. Yep, they suck. Anyway, I got number 10 flat washers. I got 10-32 by 3/8 screws, which I had to buy nuts with them. I didn't sell them single. And I got some neoprene washers too that don't even fit. These are like number 8s. I squeeze them onto a number 10. No big deal. They'll work. But yeah, all this was $3.69. So that's a big ripoff. Probably Ace Hardware is cheaper. Or if you have a parts pile somewhere, that'd be better. But now we have to reattach our heatsink. Well, I reached an interesting conclusion to my Xbox. First of all, I do not have an AV cable for it yet. It did come with a power supply, so I found it in the garbage, but when I push my power button, I get 4 lights now instead of only 3. When I check for codes, no codes come out, so is it fixed? And from what I'm reading, the 4 lights are just missing this AV cable, but I won't know until I get that cable, so for now I get 4 lights. And another thing I'd like to mention is this heatsink. They get very, very, very warm quick. You know, I put the paste on and everything. I did have to heat the board again. First time I was doing it, I think the first code I had was 103, and then I had 203, and now no code. So I don't know. Anywho, keep me updated when I get that cable, which I think goes right there, and I can go remarket this thing. Okay, so I got something in the mail from California. I got something in the mail from California from Arnold. It's a Microsoft AV cable. Hook that thing up, plug it in, and it turns on. And the disk drive works. Wow, look at that. Thing's good to go. Good to be sold. And another thing, I have no idea about these hard drives and what size they are. So that's gonna need some research. But besides that, this thing's working. Power's on the TV well. I would show you, but I gotta hook it up and I might do that in a little bit. But besides that, I think you could definitely fix one of these things. Easy. Looks great, doesn't it? There's a little stick on the sides, not anymore. Awesome. What a score.